touching me. You keep touching me.
Baddies West, episode 4. So in the last episode, we was running fade after fade. You had Lo and Krishan trying to get it in, Stunna Girl and Rolly, Stunna Girl and Tommy. But the only person that really got injured in this whole situation was Rolly's booty cheek. She had to go to urgent care, and then the girls decided to hug it out, and everybody wanted to be BFFs and become friends again, except for Biggie. She was mad because nobody was really paying her attention. So now this opens up with them getting all on their new little tour bus, and they're all super excited. However, Natalie and Tommy, they decided that they was going to hop on a PJ to get to Vegas. And the whole time, Natalie is like, oh, I hope the girls are not mad that we took a private jet. Oh, don't post the pictures. Don't let the girls know. And Tommy is like, girl, please, you need to stop being like that. You need to pop your ish one time. Boss up. Like, let them girls know what time it is. Like, you're putting them on. But y'all know Natalie really want to be in the trenches so bad and fight amongst the girls herself. So they all on the bus just vibing, except for Rolly. She laying down because her booty cheek hurt. At this point, Rolly just needs to be security during the fight so she can just grab and hold people. Because each time she getting hurt when she try to fight. So the girls start drinking, and Scotland is like, I want to play a game. I want to play a game. So they decide to play Never Have I Ever, where they drink a shot, hold fingers up, and what have you. But I was trying to figure out what type of games Biggie was playing, because she was looking like she had a little something back there. I was like, okay, Biggie, I see you from the back. So they playing the Never Have I Ever, telling all their business basically about how nasty and freaky they are or whatever. Never have I ever really cared for games like this. I just don't care. Only thing I was concerned with was Krishan's face. Now, never have I ever had somebody scratch my face like that and then sit up with them like we was just cool. Not happening. So then Razor started becoming preoccupied with how many fingers Scotland still had up. So she tried to ask a question about her kissing a cast member so that way Scotland can put some fingers down because she had kissed Krishan before. So Tommy and Natalie is having this conversation, and Natalie shares with Tommy that she's never been to jail before. And Tommy was so surprised, but I was not, because low-key, Natalie is not about that life. Natalie likes to start stuff, throw rocks, and then hide her hands. Now, this little situation here had me so concerned, because why is Krishan and Lo sitting next to each other, all buddy-buddied up, and then Lo start feeling on Krishan? Now, never have I ever done anything like that. Now, I know some people like to keep their enemies close, but I don't need her titty in my hand. Then things got even worse because they start going up under each other's shirt, checking them out. Krishan was looking like she wanted to take Lo London down right there. Child, Krishan was trying to give her a monthly breast exam. But honestly, I think this is the attention that Lo London really wanted from Krishan. So things between the girls start getting real wild. You had Scotland shaking her butt. You had Biggie acting like she was ready to give somebody that tongue. And then I don't know what got into Krishan, because she started thinking that she was at the Shake a Booty Club or something. She was looking like she was ready to get him some plastic strap or something. She was literally acting like a dude on the bus. Razor was all with it, shaking her butt in her face, doing everything. And while she's shaking it, Scotland tried to be a little slick and look at her booty. You little peeping Tom. Is this really how Casamigos have y'all acting around y'all friends? As Krishan started acting real rainbow. She was licking that other girl all in the mouth. Now, do this girl not know Krishan be sucking on Blueface toes? If DJ Sky doing that, I know she let dogs lick her in the mouth. So then Razor started showing the girls her tattoos. And y'all, Scotland, she was so into it. I mean, she was trying to open the girl's shirt to see her titty tats. The point where Razor had to tell her, like, calm down. She grabbing all on Razor's arm. And you could tell that it was low-key bothering Razor. Scotland was on Razor like a hawk, What that one mean? What that one mean? Can I see that one? I didn't see it last night. Let me see. Let me see. She really started acting like a thirsty dude in the club begging. Razor was pretty cool about it. You know, she was showing the girls her tattoos. She even got to the point where she started pulling her pants down. And before you know it, she was standing there in just her panties. Child, Scotland is trying to position her booty to see, like, why is you all in her ass cheeks like that? It was literally in her booty like tissue. To the point where Razor is like, damn, if you want to see my ass, just say that. I mean, I wanted to see her ass too. Because, I mean, them hips look like they really sitting in her clothes. So, you know, I wanted to see what they look like. But not like Scotland wanted to see. So in her confessional, DJ Sky Baby said that Scotland was pulling on Razor's thong. And I could believe that. So they start going back and forth about Scotland pulling on her. And Razor like, damn, you said you wasn't gay, but you sure not acting like it. I low-key think Razor started having flashbacks from being in the club and broke dudes pulling on her, trying to see something and not tipping her. She started talking about you trying to see something, but you not paying. So while they arguing, going back and forth, I see Krishan trying to wrestle a bottle out of Razor's hand. And I'm thinking she trying to take the bottle because she don't want Razor to hit Scotland with it, or she's trying to take it like Razor had enough to drink. But child, Krishan's trying to hit the bottle. Krishan started hitting the bottle while Razor is still holding on to the bottle. I can't take this girl serious. So then Scotty started gaslighting Razor, telling her, oh no, I just wanted to see your tattoos. I like tattoos. I didn't touch you. I was just trying to see your tattoo. And Razor like, girl, I don't know what you was trying to do. If you was trying to see my cat, if you was trying to see my butt, like, just say that. So they really start having like a full-blown argument over the situation. And Scotland is trying to tell her, like, no, I didn't touch you. Scotty, now you had her whole booty cheeks cupped in your hand. So Razor steady going off. At some point, I did feel like, okay, Razor, like you doing a bit too much, girl. Like, calm down. And before you know it, they start throwing them fists. See, now I was a little confused with the whole situation because it's like, Razor, are you getting mad that she was trying to see your booty and your kitty cat? Or are you getting mad at the fact that she was trying to act like she wasn't trying to see your booty and your kitty cat? Like, which one is it? Or are you using this as an opportunity, you know, to get you some camera time to find you somebody to punk? When you look at the full cast, Scotty is like the weakest link. Everybody else already showed that they with the shits. And who the hell gave Krishan a camera? I guess Zeus said, we gonna get this shot by any means necessary. And child, the post security guard, y'all giving that man a run for his money right now. So Krishan made a very valid point. She said it has to be something deeper than that, like a man involved. Because Krishan was feeling and touching on her way more than Scotty did. And what I had heard somebody say that it was like a cover-up tattoo, and you could tell it was like somebody's name there. So maybe Scotty was trying to see if that was her man's name, because she definitely was trying to see something. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It got to the point where I was tired of hearing Razor run her mouth. And plus, she was sounding like a drunk auntie at the barbecue that had way too many beers and was just slurring her words and ready to fight anybody. Child, she was trying to smash the mirror. Like, it was giving drunk. You could tell she's an old nasty, sloppy drunk. She was so dang on drunk, she was sitting on Krishan's lap, and Krishan acting like she giving her a lap dance. I'm just not impressed by somebody who's obviously trying to pick on somebody for a stupid reason. So I guess she called herself doing the math and felt like she could add to her clout by trying to subtract something from Scotty. But keep it up, because Scotty be to knock your ass into the 10th power. Just because somebody don't fight don't mean they can't fight. Y'all, I was feeling so bad for this security guard. He got so frustrated. He took his hat, turned around to the back. Then he started yelling at Razor like, man, you get to the back. You get to the back. Sounding like Biggie. So they get to the house. And this is how I know the energy that was coming from Razor was a little fake. Because how you in Scotland standing in the same room and you ain't got that same energy on the bus? But I guess it wasn't enough security around. So once they start telling Natalie and Tommy what had happened, that's when Razor want to jump bad again and start telling Scotty to run up. What do I need to run up for? You the one with the problem. You need to become running up to me. If you want these hands, they are readily available. So I guess she realized she was looking stupid standing there steady yelling that. So she ran up on Scotty and they started. I can't say fighting because I just seen Razor falling backwards. So security pulled them apart, and all I hear is Scotty yelling, "You didn't even hit me, you didn't even hit me." And I'm like, yeah, I don't think she hit you either. I don't know who was laughing harder, me or Natalie. So, y'all, I was just as confused as Scotty was because Razor just kept up with her little act. At this point, I don't even think she was believing her own act. So they decided to let them run a fair one. So they did their little thing or whatever. And I guess it just was not enough for Razor. I really think she thought Scotty was going to be an easy fight and she was going to run around that house like she had did her thing too. But Scotty wasn't backing down. You know, Razor had to keep up with the act. So she ran around the house, ranting and raving and talking about how mad she is. Like, girl, go to bed. You need to go sleep that liquor off. I then became real confused as to what was I watching because Razor started yelling out, aha, that's why I got your best friend. Then Scotty started making the nanny face to Razor. They straight started acting like preschoolers. Now, I know some young women can be real immature, but this right here, this a new one for me. Like, y'all doing that now? Who brought that back? Then she run over to Natalie and say, aha, that's why I got your best friend. Y'all doing this over Natalie? Unless that was Natalie's name and she didn't want her to see tatted on her cootie cat. Even Krishan was appalled by Razor's drunken behavior. Y'all know she the queen of drunk tantrums. So Razor continued to run around the house, acting crazy and drunk, talking about what she gonna do and what Scotland not gonna be able to do. So y'all know who came to talk to her. Biggie, of course. She found an opportunity to insert herself into a situation, which I was kind of glad. Y'all can run y'all mouth to each other because I don't want to hear it. So Sky, Natalie, and Scotty, they up in the room trading the skull about what had happened. And Razor's in the room talking to Low, and Tommy comes in there. So Tommy tell her, like, you need to calm down. We're trying to go out and get this money. Like, this is petty. And so Razor tell Tommy, well, y'all could just leave her here. And Tommy is like, why would I leave her here? I can't leave her here. You're the one with the problem. Like, bitch, you'll be the one get left here. Tommy was like, I don't even want to hear about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And that Razor, she ain't too sharp. She's very dull. Because this girl gonna have nerve to say she still want to fight. She want to see blood because she wants to set the tone. You set the tone on Scotty? I don't want any smoke, Scotty? That's who you setting the tone with? So basically she said what I said that she was doing, which is just trying to prove a point. She was getting on my last nerve. And why Tommy had the nerve to tell the girl, you know this not the real you? Tommy recognized the BS Razor was trying to pull also. So Natalie calls another little meeting and her and all the girls go downstairs. And Natalie is like, okay, y'all, can y'all use y'all words? Can y'all just like get over it? And Krishan is like, yeah, don't even talk about the problem. Just say it's squashed. Everybody knew Razor was on BS. And Razor, you wasn't even that mad because it was a whole lot of space and opportunity between you and Scotty. And please, somebody tell me, who is Biggie translating for? Sin gritos negritos. No yelling and screaming. I promise you, this girl talks so much, she gotta say everything twice in 2 languages. At this point, I'm like, cállate la boca, Biggie. Shut up, Biggie. So Razor tells Scotty, you know what you did and you know what you said. So Scotty's like, okay, well, I was looking at a tattoo. What did I say? So Razor is like, you was by my panties and I felt violated. So Scotty goes, well, you should have addressed that before, bitch. And Razor heard it because she was like, what? What did you just say? I guess Scotty figured I'm going to just play in this girl face at this point. Then Razor going to say, it's not about the tattoo. It's about violating her space like you're in my personal space. Girl, pick your battles. My best advice for these girls in this house, keep your opinions to yourself and your hands to yourself. So Tommy basically tell her, like, girl, you need to get it together. Now, on the next episode, you got Tommy and Stunna Girl trying to have a conversation. And y'all know that didn't go well at all. It went left real quick. Tommy said she was going to be Stunna Girl's mommy and whoop her ass. Now, I definitely don't want to miss that. And I don't want you to miss it either. So I'll see you next episode, girl. All right, then. Bye.
Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho.
I'm being towed up. Let me line it up for I'm tired of her talking.
Baddies West, episode 5. So the last episode ended with basically Razor trying to get an invisible lick back from Scotty, and the girls told Razor, like, you know, basically, you need to get over it, boo. Just get over it. Like I said on the last episode, I feel like Razor was just looking for somebody to show dominance over, and she thought Scotty was the one. But unfortunately, she effed around and she found out Scotty was not that girl that you was just going to punk. So these two end up basically shaking hands, and it was so fake, y'all. Y'all know they was not cool. And Krishan is like, everybody just needs some eggplant. That's what's wrong with everybody. So Tommy and Natalie decide to go upstairs and have a little chit-chat. But really, Natalie is trying to get to the bag. Y'all know one thing about Natalie. What she love more than some drama is some money. So she telling Tommy, like, you know, we got to go out tonight. We got to get the bag. You know, the best thing for you and Stunna Girl to do is to make up. So Natalie decides to call Stunna Girl on the phone. And she's like, hey, yeah, I have Tommy here with me. And, you know, she's ready to talk about things if you are. So Stunna Girl, like, yeah, I know they on some fake-ish. But anyway, Stunna Girl and Kat, they pull up to the house. I like Stunna Girl little outfit. I noticed the girl's been wearing those little cute outfits. So Tommy in the kitchen eating her little applesauce or whatever, waiting for them to come in. So Natalie is all excited. She run through the door like these her two favorite homegirls. She trying to butter them up so that way they could go in here with good attitudes and they can go get to the bag. So she telling Stunna Girl, like, yeah, Tommy's in the kitchen, you know, the kitchen, good vibes or whatever. So they all come into the kitchen, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought soon Stunna Girl hit that kitchen, Tommy was gonna be mopping the floor with her. But they did their little fake hellos or whatever. Stunna Girl sat down, Kat sat down. So Tommy telling Stunna Girl, like, you know, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know nothing about you or nothing. And Stunna Girl whole thing is the way you came at me at the auditions, like, you know, it was kind of disrespectful. And Tommy, like, I asked you the same thing that I asked all the other girls, like, you know, what you want, what you trying to do, what you trying to make out of this. I ain't even know you knew Suki. So Stunna Girl started telling her, like, you know, you tried to run up on me, you threw a drink at me, and Tommy like, no, I didn't. Y'all, I don't think Tommy remember how drunk she was at those auditions. So then they showed the little recap of how Tommy was acting at the auditions. And y'all, I really think she has Alzheimer's or something. Because mama, you was wild. Then Stunna Girl started saying that Tommy was putting on for the cameras. Tommy also said that she complimented Stunna Girl and said that she was a pretty girl. And Stunna Girl said that Tommy was eggplant riding. I think that's what really had Tommy mad. And then they start talking about, that's why you got your butt whipped. That's why you got your butt whipped. That's why you got dragged. Y'all, why Miss Cat talking about the conversation went left, and I don't understand why the conversation went left. Like, girl, you did not see that coming? Where you been at, Miss Cat? No, like, seriously, this like episode 5. Where you been at? Because all these girls been doing is talking with their hands. And I don't think this issue is going to be resolved until Stunna Girl and Tommy play patty cake again. I think Miss Cat was able to smell that something was about to go down, because once you saw them veins poking out of Tommy's neck, y'all already know what time it was. And then she started telling Stunna Girl, like, come on. And Stunna Girl, like, no, you already got hands put on you. You got dragged. How you gonna lay that down? One thing I see about Stunna Girl, she is gonna pop it to make you even more mad at her. Then Stunna Girl kept calling Tommy grandma. Now, Tommy is one of the oldest ones on the cast, but I don't understand this age age shaming that girls try to do nowadays with the whole calling them auntie and grandma. You know, the way the world is set up right now, it really is a blessing to get older. The way you got diseases and men taking women out left and right, please, you better pray to get old nowadays. So Tommy wasn't really tripping off the age shaming that Stunna Girl was doing. So Stunna Girl took off her shoe, and I don't know if she was trying to get Tommy to try it on or not, but she showed it, toss it in Tommy's direction. They keep giving each other foreplay for this fight because that's obvious what they trying to do. They trying to build up the steam to put it on each other. They both talking about who did what to the other person. Then Tommy say she gonna treat her like one of her children and she gonna put some fire underneath that butt. Tommy said, Mortal Kombat, you have made it to the next challenge. Me. I was actually kind of scared for Stunna Girl at this point. Y'all, Stunna got real bold and started calling her a dope fiend, saying that she was so high right now that she couldn't even talk straight. Now, between me and you, it do be seeming like Tommy be playing in the snow, if you know what I mean. And Stunna Girl wouldn't let up. She was calling her all types of fiends and pookies and crackheads, saying how she was talking mess about Natalie, but you on her show. And I know she had got underneath Tommy's skin because Tommy started talking about how she got arrested at her child's school because the child was talking smart to the teacher. So, you know, the mama did what the mama supposed to do when the kid acting bad at school. And apparently Tommy got arrested. So Stunna Girl threw that up in her face too and called her like a little child abuser, you know? So at this point, Tommy is like, if a girl gonna keep talking like that and I can't drill, I'm out of here. And I feel her on that, like, you ain't gonna just keep running your mouth to me and I not do nothing. Because I'm not about to argue with you. But anyway, you know, due to their circumstances, I think they need to just run that fade. At this point, they need a boxing ring and some gloves for the house. So at this point, Tommy is so mad that she running through the house talking about how she bought cookies, cakes, and donuts to her kids' school and how she know all the kids' teachers. So she run off in the room and Natalie's like, please, no, don't pack, don't pack. So Natalie started telling Tommy, like, you can't leave me here. Because y'all know Tommy and Natalie are executive producers along with Krishan. Tommy's like, I'm not talent. I don't have to be here to get paid. That's why Krishan running around this season with her butt on her shoulders. But Tommy is still like, I'm out of here. So meanwhile, you got Stunna Girl and Kat up in the little area talking about the whole situation. And Stunna Girl's like, I don't believe this girl acting like she has amnesia. She don't remember what she did to me. And also, Stunna Girl is very adamant about dragging Tommy across the floor. Did Tommy tell y'all don't air the footage of her getting dragged by Stunna Girl? Because Stunna Girl keeps saying that. So now you got all the girls getting ready to go out. They getting their makeup done. They're doing their makeup. They putting on their little outfits because they ready to go party in Vegas. And you see, Tommy decided to get ready too. So I guess she put past whatever she had going on and decided she was going to get this bag. So they all on the Baddies bus. You know, they being real chill. They not turning up too hard. They excited because they about to go get some money. And girl, the girls was putting their outfits on. I don't know what their inspirations was, but they all had their little pieces piecing. And Tommy looked like she actually had on a two-piece swimming suit, but she looked good. How even Biggie had nerve to be looking good. So they had all the girls perform. And y'all, why Zeus let the whole song play for all the girls? Zeus really be trying to drag this show out. This only like day 2 and we on episode 5. So Tommy talking about she want to perform last, let all the girls go ahead of her. Like, girl, stop trying to act like you the damn headliner of the show and everybody came to see you. Y'all know they came to hear Krishan and It's a Vibe. I actually like the song. I feel like with the right team behind her, Krishan could really make some like dope alternative rock, hip-hop, ghetto-type music. Child, don't listen to me. Because right here, Krishan was doing something real questionable. She had somebody head in her hand, and she was like simulating an act being done on herself by this person, if you get me. Y'all, everybody was having so much fun that Low London even slipped her music to the DJ and did her little song. But y'all, Natalie wasn't feeling that because she was like, we need to have some structure. Natalie, like, you giving out free music, man. That could have been another bag I could have got a percentage out of. Ain't doing no freestyles over here. So they leave the club and they all get on the Baddies bus, and that's the end of that episode. But next episode, they trying to have a problem between Krishan and Tommy because Tommy felt some type of way that Krishan performed before her. And Sky is like, well, she has the biggest album. But y'all, the real issue is with Biggie and Stunna Girl. It looked like Biggie is about to officially do her big one. I really hope both of these girls fade each other because they both be talking mad-ish. Zeus was a good heads up anyway because did nothing pop off in this episode right here that we just watched. But hopefully on this next episode, we get to see more of Miss Cat and Stunna Girl because where y'all been at? At this point, it's like, I don't even know nothing about Kat except she wears her husband's robe. I hope that's his robe. And Stunna Girl is always mad. Well, all right, y'all. Until next time, bye.
Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho.
Baddies West, episode 6. So this scene opens up with Rolly and Biggie outside serving body, having a conversation about Rolly's performance last night. And y'all know Biggie was hyping her up.
They was calling your name. It was fire, ma. You did your big one. You did that, Rolly.
One thing I will say about Biggie, she seems like a genuine friend. Like, if she mess with you, she mess with you. Like, she has your back.
Ella tiene tu espalda.
So Razor come outside and Rolly is like, it's the turn up queen, had that butt bouncing like a basketball in the club last night. And Razor was like, I partied too much last night. I'm sick. Basically, she got a hangover. So Rolly asked her about the whole bus situation with her and Scotty. And Razor is like, I want to move on from it. And in her confessional, she was like, she's happy to squash the beef with Scotty. You don't want to be out at the club interacting with somebody you got beef with. I think everything happened for the best. At least that's what her mouth was saying. But what I really think she was trying to say is she tried the wrong one. I tried to get in on the action and bit off more than I could chew. I effed around and I found out. And now I'm glad it's all over with. And while I'm on Razorhead, let me just say this. You have a hangover. You're not sick. You are suffering from the consequences of your actions. Stop it with the I'm sick. Girl, please. So Natalie comes into the kitchen with Tommy, and she started telling Tommy, you know, when the girls are on stage performing, we need to start supporting them. You know, we can't be off in the corner like we don't care. And so Tommy is like, I was helping Krishan. Like, when her energy was a little low, I was like, you know, like, girl, keep this energy up. Like, I like her son. All that other stuff, like, I really don't like it. I'm not about to be out here faking it. So then Natalie also pointed out how good it was that her and Stunna Girl was on stage together and that hopefully they could just forget about everything and, you know, it would just die down. And Tommy was like, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. And, of course, Natalie is like, oh, but it would be nice. So now you got Scotty, Miss Cat, and Stunna Girl about to have a conversation. Boy, I tell you, Zeus was setting up these conversations this episode. So Miss Cat is telling Stunna Girl how proud she is of her for being on stage next to Tommy, especially after she saw how things happened between her and Tommy, because she never knew exactly how it started, but it started because Tommy threw a drink on Stunna Girl at the auditions. And Tommy been denying it, so Miss Cat finally seen the footage and she's just like, oh my God, I would be mad too. Then she started asking Stunna Girl, what are we going to do about it to move forward? And me and Scotland was confused because I'm thinking, girl, this ain't your problem. Why is this even your storyline? Why we only see you when Stunna discussing her issues? I'm about ready to have DJ Sky and Kat fight. Speaking of DJ Sky, so she's outside talking to Low London, and Krishan comes up to join them. So they all start talking about how last night was, how it was lit. And y'all, I can't even lie. For some reason, Low London and Krishan around each other is just so cringy to me after their whole little beefing situation. I don't know. It just seemed fake and forced. But Low London is like, yeah, you was trying to kiss me last night. And I'm like, kiss? And yeah, of course, y'all know how Krishan get. And she's like, I thought you wasn't gay. That's what Low London telling her, and Krishana's like, well, I'm not. I just like to kiss, like, when I'm drunk. Like, what the heck? Child, that Casamigo had y'all too close to y'all friends for my liking. And then Sky tried to be messy and was like, yeah, it was like some issue with Tommy because you had went up and, she was trying to go up, and Krishana's like, well, I mess with Tommy. Like, that's small-ish. Like, what are you saying? And Miss Messy gonna say, oh, well, I saw her get irritated by it. Girl, why is you trying to start stuff between Tommy and Krishan? Okay, Kat, if you want to be in the Baddies house, I'm going to need you to jump DJ Sky, because y'all irking me. But Krishan really wasn't listening to DJ Sky anyway. So Natalie up in her room, and she calls Biggie into the room. And I'm like, damn, Zeus, another conversation? So Biggie come in there, and Natalie's like, oh my God, you look so pretty. You look so cute. Oh my God, you look so cute. And Biggie like, yeah, you too. And she's like, oh my God, I love that. And Biggie like, yeah, I like that too. And she's like, oh my God. And y'all, I'll be honest, I hate when people react to people like that, because part of it seemed disingenuous. Like, it's giving, you're usually not cute, and oh my God, I can't believe you could actually look this good. It just be giving a little shady to me, and I felt like that's what Natalie was doing, unless, Natalie was just trying to pump her up, because she told her that she wanted her to go round all the girls up so that way they can go out. Girl, she was happier than a first grader that was the line leader, walking up and down the hall, speaking Spanglish, trying to get the girls together. I mean, Sister Girl was excited for her duties. So she go in there to Rolly, and they both greet each other by saying, you look so good. And you could tell it seemed very genuine coming from these two. But anyhow, she tell her, like, get yourself ready because we headed out. She go tell Krishan. I mean, Sister Girl was doing her duties. She was literally going room from room, gathering the girls like, okay, let's go, let's do this. So Stunna tried to be funny to Biggie and say some little slick stuff about translate, but I'm going to act just like Biggie did and act just like I didn't hear it and let it slide. But we all know Biggie going to slide on her. So Biggie didn't gather all the girls up for Natalie, like Biggie's the bottom B and Natalie's the P, and all the girls come down like the stable. And child, Low London was serving body. I was kind of surprised, like, okay, girl. So Natalie is telling the girls, how much fun they had the night before, and how this night she want everything to be a lot more organized, not people just jumping on the mic. Low London. Y'all, and why she try to bust Krishan out about texting Blueface? She was like, girl, you just told me y'all broke up last night. Natalie, you already know how that relationship go. And it's about time for them to break up again anyway. So Natalie tells them, like, y'all cannot be posting flyers that got people faces crossed out or pictures put over them. Girl, Stunna put a granny face, and Tommy scratched out Stunna's whole face. So she tell them that they bus broke down and that they got to take a party bus. Now, y'all, I'll be honest, I don't think that bus broke down. I think just like last season, them girls was too turned up for them folks that be driving them little charter buses. They like, no, Zeus, we ain't doing it. So they get to the club and everybody turning up. They having a good time doing what they do, getting that Casamigos in their system. And DJ Sky is actually DJing. So Natalie introduced the little performers. Rolly did her thing. Stunna Girl got on the mic. Tommy was even putting her little song down. And y'all know Krishan had to give him a vibe. And DJ Sky was doing her DJ thing, right? No, not exactly. DJ Sky put her music on and then start rapping. And everybody was like, huh? What? Confusion? So the next day, Natalie comes to her room and she like, hey, Sky, how you doing? Whatever. And she's like, yeah, where's Krishan? Krishan did not come home last night. And she's like, oh, well, she went with Blue. And she's like, girl, your whole reason for being here is to watch Krishan. And DJ Sky's like, well, you know how she is when it comes to Blue. Like, she's not going to listen. That girl's going to do what she wants to do. And she's like, yeah, but that's the whole reason why you here is to babysit her. Like, that's your job. Like, that's all we need you for. Like, yeah, you was doing your little DJ thing, but your main job was to watch Krishan, and you're not doing that. And speaking of the DJ thing, girl, let's just talk about this real quick. Like, I don't know what that was you did last night, what you getting on a mic. And she like, I thought it was cool because the other night, Low London had did it, so I thought it was cool. Natalie, like, child, we talking about you. Like, you came here to DJ. You went, you snatched the mic, and you just, like, bogarted us, and you all up on the mic. Your job is to DJ, and your main job is to watch Krishan. Girl, stay off the mic. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. And y'all, why was Natalie telling DJ Scott, you need to be mad at Krishan when she get here? You need to let her know how mad you are, and you need to make her cut her location off. Now, Natalie, you know DJ Scott is a yes man. She is not built like that. Why are you trying to set this girl up for a butt whooping? So now you got Razor, Low London, and Tommy. They're all outside talking about DJ Sky hopping on a mic. Also, like, everybody is just so shocked and appalled that DJ Sky got on the mic and was rapping, which I wonder, like, damn, did the rap sound good? Because y'all seem like a little touched by it. And Tommy's like, well, you know, it needs to have some structure. It looked like we all over the place. And y'all, why Low London gonna bring up the fact that Krishan didn't come home last night, that she left with Blue? Like, girl, didn't you learn enough about being in Krishan's business? Why are you so concerned about that woman? Like, now you gonna have me wondering, like, is more to it? Like, you got a crush on her? Because why are you so concerned? So Biggie's outside smoking by herself, just chilling. And then Stunna Girl and Cat, I'm going to just call them Stunna Cat. Because every time you see Stunna Girl, you see Cat. So Cat walks up and, you know, she's like, she wants them to talk. So Biggie like, I don't care about the girl. Then they get into how everything started. And basically, Biggie told her, like, well, you can't take constructive criticism. And Stunna Girl was like, you was trying to tell me what to do. And Biggie was like, no, I answered the question. They asked, how did I feel about Tommy? And I said, a baddie knows a time and a place. And Stunna is still on some, like, you was trying to tell me what to do. You not my mama. Now, on the side note, Stunna mama was in jail. Stunna went to jail when she was 11 years old. I'm going to link my video down in the pinned comments. Y'all check it out about her growing up. So Biggie's like, if I was your mother, you wouldn't be moving like this. Ate her up. One comment, ate her all the way up. Because Stunna Girl had a hell of a childhood, and it stemmed from her mother going to prison. So Stunna Girl's first instinct is to fight. So she tell Biggie, like, you really ain't trying to fight me because when everybody else ran up in the room, why you didn't come up in there? So she tell Stunna Girl, baby, I'm a boss. I manage girls like you. Then they start playing Big Bang, Take Little Bang, who got more money? I got a bust down. I give my mama all my money. Shout out to Biggie giving all her money to her mama. That's better than giving it all to a man. And then they start the coochie contest on who boxes better than whose. And I always wonder, how do you know? How do you know that yours is better? Like, how? Did y'all conduct some type of survey research? Did y'all screw the same dude and then have him run like some type of analysis test on which box was better? I'm always curious about this. So Stunna like, you don't get no D. That's why you always running around here complaining about not getting none. And you look like a man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, because I know I ain't the only one. When I first seen these auditions, I thought she was trans. I was like, okay, Zeus. Okay, come through for the transgender one time. But nah, Biggie just a big woman with a big voice. Y'all, but I could tell that was real triggering for Biggie. Because she started asking, what makes you better than me? What makes you better than me? And I'm also convinced that Biggie is translating for her family who don't speak English. She want to make sure when they see her on camera, they comprendo to what she's saying. They understand what she's saying. So Stunna telling Biggie, you're basically a man, set Biggie off, and Biggie hopped down them steps and slid on her. But it looked like she slid right by her face. She did make her have a seat, though. She did make her have a seat. That butt got planted in that seat. And of course, the show was over after that. But on the next episode, it continues with them going back and forth. And I slowed it down, y'all. It looked like neither one of them girls will be connecting in the next episode. I think Biggie and Stunna Girl is all talk because y'all look like y'all was slap boxing with open hands. I'm watching the next episode in slow motion because I need to see who's connecting and who's not. So the girls is finally on a private jet and they headed to another city somewhere. And Lord, why Tommy had these girls putting on masks, going into some convenience store stealing? I don't know what that's going to be about, child. And also, you got Razor trying to go big on DJ Sky. I told you somebody was going to get to DJ Sky. So Razor done found her somebody else that she could try to go big on. Lord, I hope this works out in her favor. Because DJ Sky probably been taking boxing lessons from Krishan. So y'all already know I'm going to tune in next week to see what's happening. So if you don't watch it, you miss it, or you just want to get a little kiki, girl, come on up over here next episode and we can talk about it. And if you miss any of the other baddies, girl, check them out too. And Crazy in Love with Blueface and Krishan. Girl, go ahead over there and get you a good laugh. I'm going to put the link in the comments. All right, until next time. Bye.
Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho.